Platinum WoW, as you guys know. World of Warcraft, a little video here, a little bit of a react, a little bit of a 10-minute video getting that lore of the World Tree. So World Tree, as you guys know, burnt to pieces. Sylvanas doing a dub, and now I'm helping grow another one. Let's go.
In World of Warcraft Dragonflight's newest patch, Guardians of the Dream, we will finally be traveling to the realm of the Emerald Dream.
That one is what we're helping build.
With flourishing life. In this realm, the protectors of nature are cultivating the new world tree of Yggdrasil. And this world tree is just one of many that have grown over the years. I'm Platinum WoW, and let's discuss the fascinating history behind these flourishing beacons of nature, which have close ties to the dragon aspects.
Oh.
One of the most ancient world trees is Yggdrasil, which means crown of the heavens. The tree was born 10,000 years ago when Alexstrasza placed a single acorn within the recently reborn Well of Eternity. The massive tree was then blessed by the dragon aspects. Alexstrasza blessed it with strength and vitality. Ysera bound the tree and the Night Elves to the Emerald Dream, and most importantly, Nozdormu blessed the tree to grant the Kaldorei immortality. Yggdrasil and the forest around it would be the Night Elves' main place of residence for the next 10,000 years.
Yes.
That is until... During the Third War, there was a massive invasion by the Burning Legion, led by Archimonde, the Defiler. The Night Elves had to team up with the Horde and the Alliance to defend the tree from the relentless onslaught of Scourge and demonic forces. And tragically, at the end of the battle, Archimonde had reached the sacred tree. The demonic overlord had been planning for this moment for a millennia, and had trained his herbalism to 300 in order to rip the tree from the earth and claim the endless energy of the Well of Eternity.
Let's go.
Until Malfurion blew the horn of Cenarius and placed a skull raid marker on Archimonde, sending his entire raid team.
I like the way this is getting described to me. It's like dumb people in school, and then they get it explained into something that they enjoy. This is me right now. I'm the dumb person in World of Warcraft lore, getting explained to it in a hella low IQ manner, to where I actually understand it. This is dubs. Because what he's saying is true. It's just he's going a weird way about it.
And focused down Archimonde and banished him.
No herbalism for him.
Unfortunately, this DPS check heavily damaged Yggdrasil and disenchanted the dragon aspect's enchantments, which meant the Night Elves were now no longer immortal. This marked the end of the Third War, and shortly after...
Oh, he's a big nap.
Malfurion took a very, very long nap, where he hung out in the Emerald Dream doing...
Oh, let's go. I need this.
Druid stuff. Meanwhile, in our reality, the Night Elf Druids were led by a new leader, Fandral Staghelm, who wanted to grow a new world tree so the Night Elves could regain their immortality. The thing is, Fandral really didn't have the best track record when it came to growing world trees. You see, around 4,500 years ago, Fandral traveled to Northrend and discovered a concerning amount of Serenite spreading across the region. This is a metal that is the literal blood of the old god Yogg-Saron.
I didn't know that.
Without the approval of the Cenarian Circle or Malfurion, Fandral took matters into his own hands and took branches from Yggdrasil and planted them in Grizzly Hills, creating the world tree of Andrasil, meaning crown of the snow. The tree was planted to stop the spread of Serenite, and when the rest of the druids found out that a new tree was created without their permission, they were rightfully upset. But there was no denying that Fandral's plan had worked, and the corruptive ore stopped spreading in the region. For a time. Decades later, the humongous roots of the tree grew so long that they touched Yogg-Saron's prison, and since Andrasil wasn't blessed by the dragon aspects, it was susceptible to corruption. And this corruption of the world tree was the very first time the influence of the old gods found its way into the Emerald Dream.
Oh!
This led to the manifestation of the Emerald Nightmare.
Oh, he caused a big problem.
People realized that there was no way to spare the world tree, and they would have to chop it down. If they didn't, it would manifest into something like Shaladrasil, a world tree in Val'Sharah, whose name is speculated to mean Crown of Shadow.
I'm loving this video because there's some trees that I don't know about.
So, in order
Oh,
to
I didn't know they were great
corruption,
trees.
make sure
I know,
down
or world
Yggdrasil,
trees. I
leaving
know.
a giant stump in the middle of Grizzly Hills.
I know
and
about
the former
this.
world tree was renamed to Vordrasil, meaning broken crown. So, the point is, Fandral didn't have the best track record when it came to growing humongous trees. But somehow, he managed to convince the Circle of Ancients in Darkshore to make a new world tree and regain their immortality. The Ancients and the Wise Druids joined together on an island off the coast of Kalimdor and funneled their druidic energies together to grow a new, massive world tree that the Caldari could call home. Now is the time we begin the druidic ritual. The ritual of dance.
Oh, they hitting it. Oh, they hitting it big. Oh, the 360s.
This new world tree was named Teldrassil, meaning
I know
crown
this
of
one.
the earth, and it became the new home of the Night Elves. But when they asked the dragons for their blessings, they said no. You know, Nozdormu blessing them with immortality by altering the time waves was a big deal. And now they wanted him to do it again? Yeah, no. The Time Lord thought they were pretty arrogant for asking that. Despite this, Teldrassil was still a natural paradise, but after some time, the Caldari realized that something was wrong. There was corruption brewing within the tree. A corruption that was driving the Furbolgs and Grell mad, attracting satyrs and causing giant turtles and sea monsters to beach themselves on the shores of Darkshore in an attempt to flee from the madness. The source of this corruption is the main reason why low-level Night Elf players have to defeat animals that have been driven mad, turn satyrs into frogs, and also get lost in the maze that is that one Furbolg den.
Yes. Hardcore classic players hate this place.
The root of the corruption was not discovered until Malfurion woke up and began his investigation. What he found is that while the tree was growing, Fandral Staghelm was secretly convinced to attach a corrupted branch by the soon-to-be Nightmare Lord Xavius, who's pretending to be Fandral's dead son.
Oh, he's been doing this for that long?
Pretty heavy. Malfurion discovers this truth, cleanses Teldrassil of its corruption, and throws Fandral in a prison under Mount Highjaw.
Wow.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Fandral goes a bit bananas during his imprisonment, and later becomes the leader of the corrupted druids of the Flame during the Cataclysm expansion.
Whoa!
He was defeated in the Firelands raid.
Hold that.
Remember the druids of the Flame because they're going to be important later on in our story.
Yes.
Okay, so after
They're back.
Teldrassil was cleansed of its corruption, Alexstrasza was impressed the tree had really survived this long without the blessing of the aspects. And during the wedding of Malfurion Stormrage and Tyrande Whisperwind, Alexstrasza and Ysera would finally put their blessings on the tree, which caused the world tree to flourish with life, and they all lived happily ever after.
Here comes another one. Nope.
Okay, well, not really. Of course, we all know that a few years later, during the War of Thorns, the World Tree of Teldrassil was burnt to a husk.
Yeah.
Sylvanas Windrunner
Let's
and
go.
her Horde armies.
Straight
We
dubs.
can thank the Banshee Queen for continuing the legacy of Warcraft villains just really hating nature. The souls of the Night Elves who lost their lives during the burning of Teldrassil were funneled directly into the cursed realm of the Maw in the Shadowlands. At this time, Tyrande was filled with the vengeance of the Night Warrior and goes on a killing spree to rescue the souls of her people. Later on in Shadowlands, Elune and the Winter Queen bestowed Tyrande with the Sister's Tear, which is filled with the souls of dead Night Elves and serves as the seed for the new world tree of Amirdrassil.
Oh.
This world tree seed
I mean, I know
is
about this because
transported to the
I
Emerald
did this
Tree
stuff.
for safekeeping, where it can grow peacefully, and will later serve as the Night Elves' new home in Azeroth. But of course, this is the world of Warcraft, where nothing is peaceful for long. Now, the primal incarnate Farak has teamed up with the Druids of the Flame to corrupt this new world tree with primal fire and consume all of Azeroth in living flame. Of course, we can't let that happen. So in patch 10.2, Guardians of the Dream,
That's what
the heroes of
we
Azeroth
stop.
must finally delve into the mysterious realm of the Emerald Dream and stop it from being burned to ash. And trust me, it's gonna take more than a few buckets of water to deal with the impending doom raging across the dream. For the hope.
Whoa. Hold it. That was actually a really good video. It gave me some lore on some world trees. And that's what we needed. Let's go.